Y'all ever have the urge to just squeeze something you think is so darn cute, man? I saw my dad doing it when I was growing up, and it became a habit of mine. Like when I see something cute, like I can't help but want to squeeze the crap out of it, man. But not like painfully, but just like it's just a weird habit. Anyways, anyway, this ain't a pet video, homie. It's your boy Chocopie, man. Early morning. I read a comment on my other video where I read from the Bible, man. And just that one comment kind of, made me have some thoughts. So I thought, you know what? And I also thought this, man. I know I'm nobody, man. But I just thought, man, like I have a couple people that said, oh, I'm your fan. And I was like, man, that's so cool, bro. Like, man, I'm like, I don't even think I'm that funny or nothing. It's like, it's just weird to hear that somebody's your fan, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know friends think I'm funny or something, or they think I look funny. But to hear that, it felt good. But I was just thinking about it in the morning. I was like, dang, Lord, like, not to boost my ego, just thinking like, what if I got blown up? Man, then wouldn't that make me idolized by other people? But the only person that I believe should be idolized is God. So I just was thinking. And then another comment on my other video when I was reading the Bible yesterday, he kind of encouraged me. So, it's thanks to that, brother, I'm going to make this video. I don't know if it's going to be like a trilogy or whatever, but I'm just going to, like I said, the other parts of the Bible, I understand, but Proverbs is the book of wisdom, right? So let's just read it together. I'm going to read by the day on what it is. And today is the 23rd of November. And luckily, Proverbs, I think, is up to 30 chapters. I can't be sure, maybe 30 or 31. I don't know. But it's close to the months of days we got. So let's go on. It says, when you sit down to eat with a ruler, consider carefully what is before you. Put a knife to your throat if you are a man given to appetite. Do not desire his delicacy, for they are deceptive foods. Now, some of these you're going to have to really think about, but I'm telling you, it relates to today for you, man. It talks in old-timey voices, but it relates to today. Now, I'm going to say it right now. I might not finish this because I like to yabba a lot, but I just want to explain some things. Now, number 4, do not overwork to be rich. Because of your own understanding, cease, with an exclamation mark. Will you set your eyes on that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away like an eagle toward heaven. Don't really know what that means too well, but it seems like God says you're supposed to work hard, right? But this one's saying don't overwork. Solomon is saying. And it says, I'm guessing it's saying because riches, you don't take your riches with you to heaven, right? Or when you die, if you don't believe in heaven, you don't take it to your afterlife. Some people do believe that, but do not eat bread of the miser, nor desire his delicacies. Forgive me. For as he thinks in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, he says to you, but his heart is not with you. The morsel you have eaten, you will vomit up and waste your pleasant words. Do not speak in the hearing of fools, for he will despise. Oh, I like this one. Number 9 says, do not speak in the hearing of a fool, for he will despise the wisdom of your words. I've been that fool. I've been someone that, like, people try to give me wisdom. Back, I remember, like I said, we might not finish this, but I had a good friend named Hung, Vietnamese homeboy, came to my wedding. Love that fool. But back in the day, he used to sell us pot. I'm sure he's okay with it. But he would be the only homeboy around that tell me, hey, Chocopie, when I go to jail after jail or go steal and be stupid, he's like, you're better than this. Even though he is selling me weed. I know it sounds like oxymoron, but the thing is, come on. It's just some weed, dog. Anyways, he would say, you're being stupid. He would tell me, like, wake up. He would give me wisdom. And I just shut my ear. I'm like, man, this fool don't know nothing, bro. You don't know what's going on in my house. But you know what? Now that I'm older, those are the only friends that showed up to my wedding. The ones that was drink, and they weren't there. The only ones that were there were the ones that were really loyal and caring. You know what I'm saying? And I was the fool in this story. So, anyways, it says, number 10, do not remove the ancient landmark, nor enter the fields of fatherless, for their Redeemer is mighty. He will plead their cause against you. Apply your heart to instruction and your ears to words of knowledge. I'm only going to explain things that I know of, okay? Do not withhold correction from a child, for if you beat him with a rod, he will not die. You shall beat him with a rod and deliver his soul from hell. Now, this is a controversial one. I still believe in this to a point. I got abused when I was growing up. I love my dad dearly, but he got abused from his dad. I'm sure of it. And so did a lot of my people, the old generation, okay? And then I bet not just, it goes far beyond my people, okay? It's just the older generation, a lot of me, and even currently now, but there's a different kind of beating that the Lord is saying. It's like saying out of love to beat your son. Like say I started being a heroin junkie, like I was for a moment in my life. You got to do something to stop me. This is a good story. I'll explain why. It's a weird one. My dad beat me up until my whole life when I was a young boy, up until my teenager life, with golf clubs and other stuff like that, man. Metal golf clubs, let me tell you, not the wooden ones, all right? But I remember this one time I got caught stealing by him and my mom for the first time. And it was at Fry's electronics store. I was stealing games. I guess I got so good at it, I thought. But they have a level of when you steal, when you get to a certain point, that's when they grab you. That's what they told me, at least. So they took me to their little back room, and I've been to a lot of back rooms on me. But this one is weird because every other time when it comes to grades and other stuff, my dad he would beat me so silly, and I'd be so scared. Terrified. Now, let me mind you, my dad didn't beat me black and blue in the eye, but he did leave me some bars, and shoot, this is my past, so, this scar is from daddy boy, but that's another story in itself. But I love my dad, man. He gave me this business. That should show you. My dad loves me, man. He just didn't know how to control his anger, and that's a part of me that I'm gonna get fixed from the Lord. Trust me on that. But the day I got caught stealing from the electronics store, I think I stole $1,000 worth of games. I'm a boy. And so I had to call them, right? Because I'm a minor. And they said, call your parents and we won't take you to jail. So I don't think I went to jail that time for that one. Thank goodness. But they said, call your parents, bring all the game stuff back, and we won't, make you go to jail or call the police, because I guess over $100 or $500 in Texas, it's a jail crime, right? Of course, years later, I went to jail because of stuff like that. But so he found out, right? Every other time he beat me, but the weirdest thing happened. I guess he just felt so sorry, or I guess that was the first time I really got in trouble, and he found out. I guess he just thought, wow, maybe it's because of how I did this to my son. He became like this. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know about that, but he didn't hit me that time. Every other time when it was grades or me bringing my friend from school, and I believe my dad was stressed out. I know as a business owner now, the stress that comes upon a man, I understand that now so clearly. And I forgive my dad. I love my dad, but I understand now. But dude, just for the stupidest things, him and my grandpa would beat the shit out of me, dog. I'm sorry for my language. I apologize. But he didn't hit me that time. And it really altered, I believe, my young mind. I was like, every other time you hit me, but you chose not to hit me when I actually did a crime. And that's when I think something in my young mind triggered. And then the drugs came out, and it just, I don't know, man. Flip of the switch, buddy. And I'm telling you, that's why I feel like this is really, it doesn't mean to beat out of anger. It says, do not withhold correction from a child, for if you beat him with a rod, he will not die. Right, my dad didn't kill me. I'm still alive today, baby. You shall beat him with a rod and deliver his soul from hell. I don't know what that means to you guys, but I kind of think I know what it means for my life. Anyways, like I said, we weren't going to finish this, but that's all I wanted to share today. A little short story of my life and a little bit about the Bible and what I believe. I'm not a teacher. Believe me, I'm not. I'm just explaining things that I know. You see arrest, I didn't tell stories because I didn't really know how to explain that. So your boy Chocopie Morning Stories out, baby.